All right, welcome everybody. I'm Lucian Fogoros, and today, part of the CxO series, we have the pleasure to talk to Mr. Steffen Wagner, the CTO of Process Automation and Senior Vice President at the Digital Enterprise at Siemens AG. Welcome, Steffen. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, welcome, Lucian.
All right, so today we're talking about a new business platform. I know Siemens has just launched the Accelerator for process industry customers. Maybe if there is one thing that a decision maker in the process industry should know about Siemens Accelerator, what is it and why?
That's a really good question. I mean, the Siemens Accelerator business platform is the place to go where you need ideas, solution, and answers. Everything is in one place to support decision makers. Information, partners, solution, all fitting together perfectly. Let me explain what it is. It's a comprehensive, curated portfolio that includes digital and IoT-enabled offerings from Siemens and certified partners. We offer them as a service, flexible, interoperable, open, and cybersecure. It is a continuously growing, powerful ecosystem of partners. It's a marketplace to explore, educate, and exchange with a community of customers, partners, and developers, and to purchase products, solutions, and services. I mean, it's a huge offering we are doing right now.
Thank you for that insights, and we'll get back to drill deeper a little bit into that, but I just wanted to touch base on that and switch a little bit on the business trends and the innovation you see out there, talking to some of the customers, and then we'll switch back to drill into the Siemens Accelerator, the business platform that you just launched.
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, the business trends, what our customer sees. I mean, at the moment, they need to improve the quality. They need to reduce the costs. They to become faster, and they need to comply to sustainability. All this needs to be tackled via partners, via offerings, etc. I mean, these are the main drivers we have. And if you think about what's in, I mean, the portfolio as such, yeah, we think that it's perfect fitting to our customers. When I look to my team, for instance, and I prepare perfectly aligned with the core message of the Accelerator business platform, we are making digitalization transformation easier, faster, and at scale. And if I consider in this way my role, it goes more towards a so-called co-visioner. A co-visioner together with customers, partners, and we are innovating together. I mean,
got it. So let's switch a little bit to the process industry. And are they ready to switch to the cloud and adopt these subscription models for daily operations? Now, I know, for instance, in Cleveland, for instance, there's Cleveland whiskey. They figured out a way to process and age and whiskey in, let's say a few months versus years. And there might be something that might adopt it because they're a startup. But talk about some of the, are they ready, the existing customers?
Yeah, I mean, what I experienced over the last years, I mean, we try to push cloud heavily to the market, and the feedback was so more or less so and so. I mean, I think it's a thought question, as some are really enthusiastic, but others are still want solutions that are on-premise and local. And we understood this completely, of course. This is why we strive to offer on-premise, cloud, edge, and also hybrid solutions for our customers to meet their current needs. But as we go through industry changes and we use more artificial intelligence to optimize processes, plants, and fleets, manufacturers will be more willing to use the cloud to leverage the data that's now possible to uncover.
Got it. Thank you for that, and thanks for some of the examples there. Looking at the future scenarios you see in process, and there's this industries, I said, what future scenarios do you see for process industry that will be accelerated? Perhaps, what do you see in 5 years in terms of the digital transformation technology?
I think we will make more and more data-driven decisions. Data is really the new oil and the key to the future. This means technology will focus on being interoperable, open and standardized. I mentioned this already. We will see, for example, the evolution from asset management to the use of asset information to support asset and process optimization. I'm not sure people will need to adopt as well as using the digital transformation technology every minute of the day.
Yeah.
But addressing the top-down engineered supervisory control production scenarios, combining digitalization, IoT and OT technology, we are building on clear future scenarios. And I would like to mention 3 of them. First, the scenario world scale production. World scale production, I mean, the focus industries are chemical, oil and gas. The examples you notice are refineries, bulk chemical and so on. And what are the market needs of them? They would like to maximize the quality at the lowest price. Key driver is productivity here. And the plant characteristic is there are only a few sites worldwide. It's a business to business and globally distributed, autonomously operating. And the output volume is high on a global scale. And yes, of course, it's global. Scope of production is global, but the time frame in the scenario is right now. And when we go a little bit further to the mid-term scenario, it's the multi-purpose production. The multi-purpose production, we see here the focus industries like pharma, food and beverage, chemical, and the examples are vaccine development, for instance, the COVID-19 case we recently got, trendy diary drinks, small color batches, and all this stuff. And the market needs is the best price performance ratio here. And if I compare it, the key value driver is flexibility. Yeah, the plant characteristics, we only see a few of them, not so many sites. It's globally distributed and it's interacting plants. The output volume is not so high on this end. And as I mentioned, the time frame of the scenario is midterm, and it's mainly based on brownfield and greenfield activities. When you look to the last scenario, coming to the third one, it's the nearby home production. We see this in the focus industry, pharma, food and beverage, but also water and wastewater. Personalized medicine is the application example. It's a perfect fit here. Shampoo, soft drinks, etc. The market needs is here to maximum personalization. Yeah, the key driver is then the individual product. And of course, it's many sites, smaller sites, regional sites, and the time frame of this scenario is a little bit longer, beyond 5 years, mainly on new greenfield activities.
Thank you for that. Now, you mentioned a lot of them, and I want to pick out maybe just a couple of them. Just as my entire career, I spent working with PC-based control software, sometimes competing with large giants like the Siemens. And you've mentioned flexibility. You mentioned open, which is something that Siemens is doing great, which is a departure from some of the past products. I wanted to understand a little bit from your role as a CTO of a large conglomerate. What's next in the process automation division? What's next for you as a CTO?
That's also an interesting question. I think the Accelerator business platform and the ideas behind it are really exciting and inspiring for me. It's a question of really walking the talk as I do my job every day. I want to continue to build a community for the process automation division. And I would also like, for me, that means creating partners, building ecosystem, and also puts customer completely in the driver's seat. I mean, this is a new element. And when I'm coming back to the statement before, so-called as a co-visioner, I mean, we would like to start co-visioning with customers to uncertainty and lack of ideas, to open the dialogue with them, and then come with big pictures and innovation fields. This is then
can you expand on a particular example how this really works?
Yeah, of course. I mean, when I think of an example, Merck, for instance, we have recently started the activity with Merck, and we are currently working together to boost trusted traceability for machine-to-machine connectivity. The value chain and the production life cycles must become more transparent and sustainable. So we will develop and comply new digital solution that enables trustworthy communication between machines. This will boost, for example, the exchange of production data and laboratory data. And we are envisioning an end-to-end solution that will enable customers to rely on a single source of truth between production and laboratory quality control. I mean, this is also a great thing. We think this collaboration has the potential to disrupt quality control and assurance operations across all kinds of industries, not just the process industries.
Thank you for the great insights. And I look forward to sign up for the Accelerator and go through that process myself. I took a few times, I've been through some of the overviews, but I like to do a deeper dive there. So any final thoughts for our audience?
Yeah, we want to be the home for collaboration and innovation. We want to dream the ideas together. We want to turn dreams into reality. And we want to do this all sustainability.
Thank you for that. And we look forward to support you with that, as well as with the community building as well, leveraging our 300,000 global community of decision makers. If you're in the audience and would like to engage in dialogue with our guests, feel free to leverage the hashtag you see on a screen, and we'll make sure we get the question addressed. Mr. Wagner, I appreciate your time.
Thank you very much, Lucian. I'm looking forward to talk with you.
Look forward to have you on future virtual conferences.
Okay, great.